Hey guys, this is Haru, and you're watching 10 Things Not to Do in Korea. This video will guide you to not get lost in the cultural differences, know how to behave in public, and ultimately just have a good time in Korea. To tell you my background, I'm a Korean majoring in tourism in Hanyang University. I have a lot of experience traveling abroad and knows a lot of friends all around the world, including my boyfriend. Just like what my friends have gone through, I want to share my knowledge on how to really have the best experience in Korea. If you want to know about my daily life, like these kind of aesthetics, also check my Instagram and TikTok. So, let's start. First, don't talk loudly on public transport. Koreans value quiet spaces, especially on bus or subway. Speaking loudly is kind of considered disrespectful in a public transport. So make sure to keep your voice down, and if you're having a call, try to make it short. Second, don't leave trash around. Trash cans can be rare in Korea, but leaving trash in public spaces is considered disrespectful and rude. Here's a tip. I recommend going to a subway station. You can always find a trash can there. Third, don't sit in elderly or pre-reserved seats. On specific seats, there can be a graphic of a pregnant woman, a child, or an elderly, and those seats are usually reserved for them. So even if the subway is crowded, avoid sitting in seats where the elderly or the pregnant woman are supposed to. But if you qualify, you are welcome. There's also some places in the subway where you can put your luggage too. So check there first and have a good trip. 4. Please don't ignore queuing rules. Us Koreans are very strict when it comes to queuing rules, especially when you're in the subway and it's rush hour time. Sometimes some ajumas or ajoshis can kind of bump into you, try to get in first, but as we are cultured people, try to not cut in line and just wait for your time. 5. Don't be too affectionate in public. Holding hands, putting your arm around, doing a light kiss, hugging them, it's okay. I mean, there are a lot of Korean couples who do that. And no, it's not getting on my nerves. But like actually making out or like groping each other, yeah, that's not a thing. It can not only be seen as uncomfortable, people can also report you if things get worse. So be careful. 6. Don't touch strangers without permission. Us Koreans, when we even say hi, we never touch them. The most thing you can do is just shake your hand. That's also in a formal situation. If not, we really don't touch each other. Even friendly gestures like, a pat on the back or like touching someone's shoulders, that can be a little rude. I'm not saying you can't do it to a friend or someone that you're close to. I'm just saying don't do it to a stranger, and especially do not do it to a child. 7. Don't pour your own drink. I know, this sounds kind of funny, but it is our cultural thing. When you're drinking in social settings, like when you meet a Korean friend, it's our culture to pour each other's drink and not on your own. When you have to pour your drink by yourself, you can ask others to look on your glass. It's just our drinking culture, and people will really appreciate it if you understand. 8. Don't assume that shoes are allowed everywhere. Many places like traditional homes or your friend's house, even in some cafes, you have to take off your shoes. You can always check before entering, and usually if they say take off your shoes, they give you a little slipper. 9. Try to not use one hand while receiving. When you get your receipt, when you get your shopping bag, always use 2 hands when you're giving or receiving stuff. Especially when you're with someone older, it's really a manner to do so. And 10. Don't assume that everyone speaks English. Although many Koreans learn English from a very young age, just assuming they can speak English or listen to it, that can be seen as pretentious. If you can't really speak, you can just give them the translation and ask. You can also politely ask in Korean, 영어 할 줄 아세요? Which means, can you speak English? And a friendly tip from your Korean bestie, people might not be able to talk in English, but they can listen pretty well. So if you're judging anyone outside in Korea, I don't think using English is the best option because they can hear you but not say anything about it. So this was my 10 things not to do in Korea. I'm not saying this applies to everyone in every situation, but it is a general tip. If you have any more questions or things you want to know about Korea, you can write it in the comments and I'll make another video about this. See you guys again. Bye bye.